So starting this weekend off at the DW Stadium where Wigan host Cheltenham. Cheltenham off the back of 3 massive wins for them in their attempt to stay out of the relegation zone. As for Wigan, they've been a bit up and down, so I can't really see them getting all 3 points here. Cheltenham just looks so hungry to win every game. I mean, I think it's going to carry on as well. The away side are going to win this game very narrowly, and it's going to be a good day out for the Cheltenham fans. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. As for FC24, they predicted a Wigan 2-0 win and comfortably getting all 3 points. So next up, we are at the Abbey Stadium where there is a derby, a local rivalry between Cambridge and Peterborough United. Now it's going to be a very tight game, both sides needing a win. Cambridge needing to go again after their huge win against Carlisle. Peterborough need to stop this losing run, and I think they are going to, because a derby, all form goes out the window. It's just a side versus another side, and quality tends to prevail, and I think Peterborough have got the better quality. So I'm going to go with an away win, a narrow away win though. I'm going to go with what Peterborough need right now, is just a 1-0 win to get themselves back into form. FC24 agrees with me that Peterborough will win the game, but thinks that both sides will get a goal. Over to Bloomfield Road now, where Blackpool host Bolton. Obviously, 2 sides in a mixed run of form that need to start getting their acts together. Blackpool need to do it to get themselves back into a playoff situation, and Bolton obviously need to be challenging Portsmouth at the top of the league. But if they're not careful, Derby will get into the automatics above them. But on to this game, I think it's going to be a very tight game. Goals are definitely going to be part of it. Both sides showed at the weekend that they are capable of scoring a couple of goals at least. Obviously, Blackpool fighting back against Peterborough, and Charlton and Bolton engaging in a 6-goal thriller. Bolton will be hurting though. They would have seen that as 2 points lost, and they want to go again. They want to get 3 points on the board as quick as possible. So I think they're going to win this one narrowly. I'm going to go with a 3-2 win to the away side. FC24 predicts that Bolton will absolutely dominate this game and win by 2 clear goals. Over to Exeter Fleetwood now, where at St James's Park, Exeter are quite a good side. Obviously, they held my club, Portsmouth, there not too long ago, and it's a very tough place to go. As for Fleetwood, they desperately need to win here. This is imperative at this point. It's getting to that stage of the season where if you're in that relegation zone, it's not looking good for you. Fleetwood, a couple of weeks ago, were on a good bit of form where they won those 2 games on the bounce, but some results haven't quite gone their way, and they're looking back in that dire situation again. I think it's going to be a very even game. I can't really see either side going out there and putting a load of goals past the other one. I think it's going to be a very narrow one, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to the home side. FC24 thinks that Exeter will win as well by 1 goal, but only a 1-0 win. Right, so we are going over to Stevenage versus Wycombe now. Now, Stevenage, over the course of the season, have been better and they have got the better players, but on current form, Wycombe have been very good, so I can see this game going either way. But do you know what? I thought Stevenage are going to put on a performance on Saturday, and they're going to go out there and really show why they are where they are in the league. They really need to anyway. Wycombe, a couple of weeks ago, they were on a good bit of form. Obviously, that defeat against Bolton hasn't helped them, and then drawing in midweek will sort of put a dampener on things. I think it's going to be compiled again against Stevenage. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win to the home side. But again, if Wycombe turn up, it could go either way. FC24 believes that Wycombe will turn up and get a comfortable 2-0 win. On to Reading versus Shrewsbury. Now, these 2 sides have had a little bit of a resurgence in the last few weeks, but both got poor results at the weekend. Now, from a Reading's point of view, they were unlucky against Portsmouth. I'll admit that. They definitely didn't deserve to lose 4-1. In fact, they should have been 1-0 up in that first half. But they are a good side, and that doesn't just disappear overnight. There's a reason they've been unbeaten for as long as they were before Saturday. As for Shrewsbury, they've seen a little bit of an improvement since Matthew Taylor's departure, and obviously they're going to be a decent little threat for Reading, and if they turn up, they could go and get a result. But from what I've seen myself this season, I'm going to go with a Reading win. I'm going with a fairly comfortable Reading win. I'm going with a 2-0 win for the home side. Now, FC24 thinks that Reading are going to mount a very impressive second half comeback. Over to Vale Park now, where they face an in-form Lincoln side that haven't lost in their last 7. I don't think they're going to have any plans to, as they face one of the most out-of-form sides in the league. Port Vale haven't won in a while, and they're desperately needing of a win, but I don't think they're going to get it against Lincoln. I think Lincoln are going to go there and do a very professional job. I think they're going to make this game very much one-sided and win it in the first half. I'm going to go with a very convincing 3-0 win for the away side. FC24 predicts a ball draw in one that Port Vale will get an all-important point. On to the Kassam Stadium, where Oxford take on Leyton Orient, who are a side who a couple of weeks ago were the most informed team in the league, but 2 losses out their last 3 leaves them in a pretty vulnerable position. Oxford, on the other hand, have just drawn a lot of games, so this game looks like it's got draw written all over it, and for whatever reason, I can't see either side getting a goal. So, as much as this was probably the most intense game of the match day, I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. Now, FC24 does not think this is going to happen. I think Oxford are going to dominate here. Over to Charlton, who host Portsmouth. Now, traditionally, Charlton are a bogey side for us, but we got a result against them earlier on in the season, despite them scoring very late on, and we're on a very good run at the minute compared to Charlton's very poor run. The only thing I would say about Charlton is they were obviously engaged in that 6-goal thriller against Bolton last weekend. For us, though, we went and we beat Reading. We absolutely smashed them, honestly, and we've been on a very good run. I expect that to continue away at the Valley. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Pompey. FC24 also predicts a Portsmouth win, but this one is only by 2-1. On to Burton versus Northampton at the Pirelli Stadium. Now, Burton have been very good over the last few games. I actually think they've gone a bit under the radar of how good they've been. Northampton have gone under the radar for the opposite reason. I think people think they are better than they are. I don't think they've been very good. But they did get that positive result the weekend, so maybe I'll take something from that. But at the Pirelli, I think Burton will get a win. Not a cruise to victory, that's probably the wrong way of saying it, but I think they'll win, and it will be a very close match, actually. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win to the home side. FC24 backs Northampton a little bit more than myself and thinks they're going to get a point from this game. On to a huge game for Bristol Rovers. I think Carlisle will not really be worrying about any games now. I think they're virtually relegated. Bristol Rovers, though, they need a win just to keep themselves going again. Obviously, a disappointing one last time out. But the win in midweek will give them some confidence going into this game. And the fact that Carlisle have lost all 5 games. They've not won. They've lost all their last 5 games. They'll have ultra confidence going into this one, especially the way they lost on Saturday. So I'm going to go with a convincing win to the home side. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win to Bristol Rovers. Well, FC24 is not as confident as myself on a Bristol Rovers win, but still thinks they are going to get the job done. On to the final game of the week. Now, this is going to be a massive game for not only Derby County, but for ourselves and Bolton and Peterborough and all the teams around us. This is a huge game. Barnsley are a top side that on their day can beat anyone. Derby, obviously, they're there where they are for a reason. They've won the amount of games they have for a reason. They're a top quality side. Obviously, they've relied on a lot of late goals recently. Will they get that same kind of luck against Barnsley? I'm not sure. I am going to go with an away win, though, a narrow away win. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to the visitors. So, FC24 predicts a draw here, and I'll absolutely take that. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and these are the results after the 2 weeks of play.